Hey folks, Dan Frio here with your closing bell for September 3rd, 2024. So if you've got money in the stock market or any equities, you're probably getting hammered today. Why? Well, I'll show you that in a second, but the Dow Jones was down over 700 points earlier today. Is it part of the carry trade? That's what we're going to talk about briefly. And then we're going to talk about housing. The four big things that people look for or look into when they're trying to buy their first house. And I'm going to put all these tools in your hands so you guys can do all this research on your own. But without further ado, let's get over and figure out where mortgage rates are, where they're going to go, and then let's take a dive into the equity markets. So right now we're seeing mortgage rates ease a little bit. Could it be because the equity markets are crashing and people are moving their money into safe havens? That might be. But if you go take a look over here, the equity markets are getting hammered, just hammered. Dow Jones was down over 700 points. Now it's only down 626. We have the NASDAQ down over 3%. But the one scary piece of this equation is the VIX. If you don't know what the VIX is, think of that as the anxiety level of the markets. Okay, the higher this thing is, the higher the anxiety, and the higher the anxiety, the higher the volatility. Okay, so that's what I want to explain in that piece of the puzzle right through here. So this might be a part of the carry trade because Japan, they actually increased rates today. And so there's a big disconnect there. Tomorrow morning at the opening bell, I'll give you, if I can find any reasons why the markets, equity markets are dropping so much, I'll let you know tomorrow morning. But right through here, here's the economic calendar we have for the day, and there was really nothing here that would have caused this, basically, I'll say the mini correction. Okay, we had some manufacturing numbers come in and so forth, but nothing here that really should cause the markets to react that much. Okay, so I do want to give you one piece of updates. Each day at the closing bell, I will be posting on my social media where mortgage rates ended up with some data through here. And also for those that rather prefer to look at the MBS market, I'll give them the MBS data as well. So if you don't know what this is, watch my videos on a daily basis and you'll understand and you'll get to learn more and more about real estate on a daily basis. So what I want to talk about in today's video, the long part of this is the four main topics that people, when they're trying to buy that first house, what are they really concerned with? Okay, the number one and foremost is home prices, inventory, and the trends in your area. We're going to talk about that briefly, and I'm going to give you a place to go where you can find your own data for yourselves. Interest rates, I would highly suggest watching me each day, and you could do it for 5, 6, 7 minutes. Just watch my caption because I'm going to go over interest rates and the economic indicators behind it that is affecting the changes in rates for the day. And then government policies, I'll pop those up as they come by. Most of the time, people are looking for like first-time homebuyer credits and things like that. So as this information comes in, I'll provide that information for you as well. So the first thing, though, let's start tackling the market trends, inventory, home prices, things like that. So I want you guys to start trusting Zillow. Okay, you have to trust something. Okay, so what we're going to use is Zillow's tools to help you navigate home prices, inventory, and so forth. So what I want you to do is go to Zillow.com. All right, you're going to go down through there. You're going to scroll down to the bottom. And the first thing you're going to look for is right through here that says research. So we're going to click the research tab. Okay, that brings you up to this. And then this is going to give you information just like this. The housing numbers, the average U.S. typical home value year over year is up 2.8% to a factor of 362,000. Rents are up 3.4% on average at $2,070. Changes in new listings is a 6% change year over year, and the typical mortgage payment is $1,931. But that's not what I want you to look at. I want you to look at right through here, the data. We want housing data. Okay, again, right through here, I want the housing data, prices, inventory, and such. So what you're going to do on this section, there's a whole bunch of information here that you can use, but they consolidate everything all right down in the bottom, right through here. So the first tab you're going to look at is right through here. We're going to use these tabs, okay, to help navigate through this. First tab is Zillow Home Value Index. You can see that year over year, from July of 2023 to July of 2024, you have San Jose, California is the top winner right now. It's up almost 11% year over year. But yeah, there are home prices that are down, and you can find those down through here. For example, New Orleans, down 5%. We have Austin, Texas, down 4.5%. But the majority homes, they're looking pretty positive right now. Okay, so that's the first section. So you have to figure out what are the main areas you live in, and then kind of figure it out from there. If you don't live in any of these major areas, I'm going to show you another tool here in a second. The next thing we're going to go over right through here is Zillow Observed Rent Index, or your rents in your area going up or down. You can find that data here as well. Scroll down through. And Austin, Texas is the winner in this case. They're down 3.2%. So they had a huge increase in rents over the years, and now they're starting to stabilize. You can go to inventory. You can go in days pending, shares of prices, and you can get all the data that you need right through here. But let's say, for example, you're like, okay, Dan, I don't live in one of these major areas. Where can I find the data? Well, then that data comes in where you can go to Altos Research, okay? AltosResearch.com, this is where you find this index. What you're gonna do is go into researches, and you're gonna put in your zip code on where you live. So I live in the Chicagoland area. This isn't my zip, but it was an easy one to pick up. So I'm gonna put in the zip code where I live. You're gonna hit the search button. Okay, it's going to bring up where that is. It's in Chicago, Illinois. So I'm going to click View Report. And now this is giving me all the data in the zip code for houses and condos. Okay, I'm interested in housing. So down through here, here's what this is telling me. Median listing price, $295,000. Price per square foot, average days on market, median prices on market, price decreases, price increases, the whole ball of wax. It's giving you all that data right through there. But there's more. You can scroll down. Here's what home prices have done. You know, we haven't seen a crash. Remember, people have been saying 2021 crash, 2022 crash, there's no crash here. Okay, and then you can go down through here and you can see how much the absorption rate is. And let me explain this. This is going to give you the price range of where you're looking right through here. Okay, bed, baths, everything else. How many new listings were put on the market? How many were automatically absorbed? And the days on the market. So we got 6 new listings in this area. 3 have already been absorbed, and the days on market are 14. So 2 weeks, if you're in the Chicagoland area and you have a house priced in this range, you're selling. In the 277 range, it's selling. But when you get up to 365 and higher, they're sitting on the market a little bit longer than the average down through here. So that should provide you a lot of information when it comes to the data that we're looking through, again, right through here. Market trends. Okay, interest rates. Interest rates are purely determined right now, if you like it or not, on economic data and government policies. So every day as the data comes in, like we do here, we went through this data and I told you what's happening with mortgage rates. We do this every day, at the beginning of the day and the closing bell. So you should be up to date on what's going on with interest rates. Economic indicators, I go over those as well, and then government policies. All right, so now let's talk investments. And I know you guys are saying, Dan, the market's down 700 points today. Well, yeah, it might be a good buying opportunity. I'm going to show you, I'm a believer in Bitcoin, and I don't care if you are or not, if you know what it is or not. I'm just showing you my position in this because I want to start educating you guys on the equity markets as well as cryptocurrencies, because I've been doing a pretty good job teaching you the bond market and real estate. Let's continue on this path. So here's what's going on with Bitcoin, and why I'm bringing this up is right through here. Bitcoin, it seems like every time it gets in the 58,000 range, it takes a nice little pop. Okay, so here's what we're seeing. So far this year, we saw in May, it hit down to the 57 mark and popped. Within 2 weeks, it went all the way back up to the 65, 67 mark. Okay, we had that once again in July, and then it popped. We had it once again here. It popped, didn't pop all the way, but now we have it again once again here. So are we in for a rally through here? I'm going to add to my positions to Bitcoin today. I haven't done it yet. I'll do it once the day's over for me here. But I want to show you some of the returns on some of the things that have been getting out there. And this is, again, where the haves have it and the have-nots, you're not getting there because you need money to make money, unfortunately. But you have to start small. So look at some of the positions that we've been in. I'll just say that I've been in this year, and I want to educate you guys on this. And we'll do this once a week to show you guys some different situations or different holdings that I'm holding and what they're doing. So right now, Bitcoin, so far for the year to date, it's up 30%. Okay, the S&P 500, I talk about that all the time. It's up 16.79%. And Berkshire Hathaway, this is what I usually have my kids invest in because it's a behemoth. It's up 55% this year. So these are positions that I'm in right now. I'm not bragging or anything. I just want to let you guys know that and unfortunately, it takes money to make money, but you got to start saving somewhere. I've been teaching my kids, once you get that first job, put $50 a paycheck away. Send it to Schwab or something like that to an investment account so you don't see the money. Treat it as it's like a bill. Okay, so you have to start at some time. I don't care if it's $10, $15, $20, but the returns that you're missing out on are crazy. Okay, so these don't determine future values, and I don't want you trading on what I do. What I want you guys to understand is you can't have the poor mentality. You got to say, okay, there's markets out here, and my goal here is to help you in real estate as well as the equity markets, maybe commodities and things like that. So if you have any questions when in regards to any of this information, let me know down below what I could add to my video streams to help educate you guys more, not only with just real estate alone, but all the assets that you could possibly accumulate in your portfolio. So that's the report that we have so far today. Let's go back and see how the markets ended. So the Dow Jones is done for the day. It is down 626 points. We have right now we have the MBS market up 13 ticks. So that means mortgage rates are down 3. We might get to 6.39 or 6.38 by the end of the day. But if not, I still like the trajectory that this is going, because if you look at the long-term trend with rates, if you go back to, let's just go back to about not too long ago, a year ago. Where were we? We were 8% last October. Where are we now? A little less than 6.5%. I'll take it. So we're on a good path right now with all of that information. But you might be asking yourself, Dan, who are you? What do you do? Are you a broker, economist, financial planner? No, folks. I'm just a loan officer. I'm here to try to win your business. If you're trying to buy that first house, maybe buy that first investment property, looking to refinance, I hope to be your person. The reason being is you can use me because I'm licensed in all 50 states as well as Puerto Rico. So there's no reason why you can't at least reach out to me for some assistance. So to find out more about me and my team, visit me at therateupdate.com, and here's all the information. If you want to put in your application, you can click right there. But if you're trying to buy that first house, what I strongly suggest you do, click this grant finder. It has grants throughout the whole country as well as the Chicagoland area to help you guys if you're out there trying to buy your first house. Some of these grants might help you with the down payment or maybe tackle some of those closing costs issues that you might have. So that's the report for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. Please don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet, we're about 8 ticks away from getting to 31,000 subscribers. So click down there and subscribe if you don't mind. Thanks so much for watching, guys. God bless. I'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.